Hey, what's going on guys, welcome to this Armadyl solo guide. If you do enjoy this video and found it useful, be sure to comment, rate and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you want to see any other guides, be sure to put them down in the comments and I'll get around to making them. So guys, first off, we're going to start off with Kree info. Has 75,000 life points and attacks with melee range as well as mage, which makes it quite deadly. Also hits a max of 1,600 life points and it gives you 6,173 assorted combat XP per kill as well as over 2k constitution XP. So guys, here are the recommended stats I do recommend before you actually go on to killing Armadyl, and they are 90 plus defense, range as well as mage. Now you may be thinking why mage, and that is because magic level does actually have an effect on your magic defense. So the higher magic level you have, the less damage you'll take from magic overall, and the 90 defense and range obviously is for using good enough armor and taking less hits from Armadyl as well as doing enough DPS with range. 96 plus herb lore for overloads, which is actually almost required. You can do it with extremes, but it is quite a bit harder. 96 summoning for the pack yak, which is one of the most helpful familiars when going for long trips at Armadyl, and 95 plus prayer for the anguish prayer, which is the range equivalent of turmoil as well as soul split, which you will be using throughout the kill. So guys, on screen right now you can see the best gear that I have recommended for Armadyl on the left, going to the worst gear on the right that will be used. Now you can pause this just to quickly see what gear you have or gear you can afford to buy just to do solo Armadyl, and I'll just leave it on screen for a second. So guys, for an example of gear and inventory setup that I would use, this is it right here. I would take 2 extra pack yak pouches for a 2-hour trip, as well as a pack yak full of sharks or whatever food you guys are using. A lot of prayer pots, just because prayer can become a problem if you don't have the penance aura. I do have the penance aura, which I will use after 1 hour of my vampirism aura has run out, so that's really useful, as well as a shard of Zaros, which I shall be going through later on in the guide. Here we have an example of an action bar that you can pause the video to look at, which is for dual-handed weapons, which are basically chaotic crossbows, or if you're using ascension crossbows, you will want to use this action bar as well. Alternatively, this is an action bar for people using two-handed range weapons such as the Zarite bow or the royal crossbow. So guys, in your amulet slot, instead of taking whatever necklace you were thinking of taking, you can actually take a demon horn necklace and a bone crusher in your pocket slot or in your inventory. This means that as soon as you kill any of the monsters which do drop bones, all of Armadyl followers do drop bones, so as soon as you kill them, the bone crusher will automatically bury them, and the demon horn necklace, wielding it, will give you free prayer points every time you bury a bone. And since Kriara drops big bones, you will get more prayer points, which means you can save prayer throughout the trip, and it also helps while you're using a vampirism aura, as the only concern with the vampirism aura is prayer. After with the penance aura, you don't really have to worry about this, so it's pretty good. Here you can see the familiars that I do recommend to bring. My favorite familiar to use at Armadyl for extended trips is the pack yak, a level 96 summoning, as well as using the unicorn stallion. After my pack yak has died, I just put a unicorn stallion pouch in the pack yak and some extra healing aura scrolls. You can also use a war tortoise for a beast of burden if you do not have level 96 summoning, but if you want to go for insane kill speeds and less long trips, or shorter trips I should say, then you want to use the steel titan or any other combat familiar. But steel titan really is the only recommended combat familiar at level 99 summoning, just because it does attack with range, and that is Armadyl's weakness. So guys, when you're down in the God Wars dungeon, the place that you get Armadyl kill count depends on whether or not you have the shard of Zaros, which is from the Fate of the Gods quest. Now this shard wielded in the pocket slot means that none of the God Wars dungeon followers are actually aggressive on you, so even if you don't have any items on except this, none of them will actually attack you. So if you do have that, it's best to get the Armadyl kill count here south of the entrance before you go into the Armadyl's area, or however you want to pronounce it. But if you do not have the shard of Zaros, then what you will want to do is go over this deep chasm, and then you'll want to get the kill count here. Normally there is one Gorak which will attack you, but it's quite easily to lure, so you just come through here into Armadyl's area or Eyrie or however you want to call it, and then kill the monsters here, get the kill count and move on to the boss room. So guys, once you have kill count, you want to move forward into the next room just before the boss room. And a great tip for doing kill count is actually to use the sacrifice ability here as well as the regenerate ability as much as you can, just to save on food. And you don't want to be wasting prayer, because you want to have as much as you can have for the boss fights and extend the trip by a long amount, so you don't want to be wasting food or prayer on kill count. Another good thing is the adamant bars drop usually help pay for some of the supplies. Like as you can see from the kill count, I got 36, which is 139k without ever even going into the boss room yet. I've made 140k almost, which is pretty decent. So once you're ready, just move into this room here and hop around until you can find a free world. So guys, I do actually have a free world, and before you want to go in, you quickly want to set up your quick prayers to protect item, just in case, protect soul split if you have it, and the range boosting prayer, which is called anguish, and then pot up, which I've already done, as well as activate your aura, enter the boss room, and just go ham sauce. You want to build up your adrenaline as fast as you can, to be honest, because you want to be getting the ultimate straight away. The main tactic for this is to get up to death swiftness as fast as you can, and then just fire if kill, finish off the kill. If you want to adrenaline stall in between kills, I will show you how to do that after this kill, but for me it's just too much hassle. I tend not to do that. So what you want to do is get up to death swiftness, as I have right here, and then use it, and then just go crazy with the abilities. You want to get up to rapid fire as soon as possible, and then if you can, if you have enough time, you could use the snapshot ability, which does do double damage because of the death swiftness, and all your other abilities do so as well. This is also a great time to use the sacrifice ability, just because it will give you more healing because of the death swiftness, as I've said a couple of times now, and bombardment just right at the end, so you can get some damage on the minions if they are close. As you see, one is right under Kriara there, and then it should be pretty low health, around 10k, and then you can finish it off with a couple of thresholds, which should be happening anytime soon. And then you want to kill off the minions. What I tend to do is kill off the minions in order of the melee minion first, just because it's not weak to range and it takes a while to kill, so you want to get that down and out of the way, just so you're not getting damaged by it too much. It also uses range, I believe. Yes, it looks like it's using range. Before EOC they used to actually use different combat styles, but no, it's using melee, sorry. That's a bit of a fail. And then you can kill the other two in any order you want. Just go ahead and kill them and finish them off really easily. If you want to use soul split you can, but if you're full health you might want to conserve prayer, just because you have the vampirism aura on right now, and that really doesn't help with prayer. And the next aura that you're going to use after vampirism is penance, which will help. So for adrenaline stalling, I'm sure you all already know this right now, but you have to get out your range or mage abilities and your defense abilities as well. And what you need to do is cycle between the escape ability, and as soon as that pulls you out of combat, you go out of combat in the stance, you use anticipate, and as soon as that goes out you just use the freedom ability, and then after that goes out you should be back to the escape ability, which should be off cooldown. And that's how you adrenaline stall, meaning at the start of the next kill it will be quicker for you to get up to max adrenaline, so you can get the death swiftness and just do insane damage ASAP. So that's how you adrenaline stall in between kills, and that's how you kill the boss really. And another tactic people do is, this is mainly for people who are higher leveled and want to get the max kill speeds, don't have to worry about it setting up kills and worrying about having to bang things in between kills that much. Basically the higher level people, what they could do is go on your friends list and hop in between two worlds, quick hop in between two worlds that you found that are free. This will take a while to find worlds, just because of how crowded Armadyl is, and just because of how good the drops are. Everyone's going to Armadyl nowadays. So if you do find true free worlds, and you can just kill the boss and bank all your shit and quickly hop to the next world, kill it instantly, and then just hop back to the first world you were in. And that means you don't have to wait for respawn times, which is actually really good, as it means you can get a lot more kills per hour, and which obviously increases the profit per hour, and that's actually epic. So if you are a high level and you feel like the spawn time is too much for you, then be sure to hop in between worlds, in between two worlds that you have found that are free. Quick hopping on your friends list is the quickest way to do this. Finally guys, right here you can see all of the notable drops from Kriara with their current values. These are subject to change, especially as the legacy mode is coming out. The Armadyl Hill will have a very fluctuating value, but here you can see just a guide on what the items are worth, and none of them are worth below 2.1 mil, which is why Armadyl is so popular right now, and it means that it's really profitable to go there and make some bank. So guys, if you did enjoy this guide or found it useful, be sure to comment, rate and subscribe to my channel. Comment down below if you want to see any other guides, or if you want me to make any other videos, and subscribe to be notified when I upload more videos to my channel. Peace out.